Some say the North American energy grid is the largest engine in the world. Electric cars, mobile devices, and AI data centers are all straining the grid, however, like never before. To ensure the electricity infrastructure can withstand future demands, the federal government is investing into modernizing the grid infrastructure. And as Live 5's Raphael James tells us, the Carolinas are getting millions of dollars to create a plan for the future of energy across the region.
When things are working as they should, you barely notice the systems that bring you power. The National Science Foundation recently awarded North and South Carolina $160 million to test and build new technology to improve and modernize the existing energy grid engine in the Carolinas.
Then you can win that.
South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster says this award will help strengthen our ability to meet future demand, support economic opportunity, and ensure the Carolinas remain leaders in innovation and job creation.
It's South Carolina's only opportunity to have this national award.
Catherine Hayes, the Director of Industry Solutions at South Carolina Research Authority, says SCRA and Nexton and the Carolina Group were one of 12 selected across the country to work on the national and regional engine.
So South Carolina Research Authority is responsible for two of the critical pieces of the engine. We're on the leadership team for both translation of innovation to commercialization, which means moving a product, either hardware or software, from research, academic institutions, from startups, to full adoption by the utilities and manufacturers.
The grid modernization is a collaborative project with SCRA working with energy providers like Duke Energy, Dominion, and Santee Cooper.
Grid modernization is an important issue. As you know, South Carolina is one of the fastest growing states in the nation, so we're also keenly invested in grid modernization, so we're happy to be part of a team that is working on this issue.
Technical schools like Trident and York Technical College and other industry leaders are all tasked with building a multi-billion-dollar energy ecosystem and preparing the workforce for another 20,000 new jobs.
Never before have we seen this kind of energy demand across the United States, but also in the Carolinas, largely driven from expanding industry, population growth, and AI data centers. So this is an opportunity to use existing infrastructure, not have to invest in new infrastructure, and to try to optimize what we already have.
In Somerville, Raphael James, Live 5 News.